Hello and welcome to the lesson on how to fill out your weekly battle plan in your 90-day transformation workbook. So your weekly battle plan is basically your plan for the week. It's where you plan your exercise, the amount of sleep and naps you're going to get, the amount of meditation you're going to do, also what you're going to eat, what you're going to drink, snacks you're going to have, and so forth. Now, the idea behind it is that you pre-plan, you plan ahead. So you look at the week ahead and you start to formulate a plan. Piss poor planning leads to piss poor performance. So get the planning right and things are more likely to happen as you want to. So looking at the weekly battle plan, you've got 12 of these, one for each week in your 90-day cycle. And you'll see the little abbreviations there. We've got exercise, SC for sleep cycles, CRP for controlled recovery periods, and MED for meditation. Now, what you're going to do is sit down before the week begins, before the Monday, and you're going to formulate your plan for exercise for the week. So with your calendar, with your diaries in mind, in sight, you'll think, right, what can I do exercise-wise? What do I need to do to be on track for my goals? What have I said I would do exercise-wise? So start to write down in the exercise line there what you plan to do and on what day. Now also have a think about in depth. So what problems are you going to possibly encounter, and that are going to prevent you from doing what you plan to do, and what could you put as a backup plan, as a plan B, or what are you going to put in place to make sure you succeed? So problems and planning can also go in there. So you exercise, you could do Monday, train with Matt, 8 p.m. Problems, I'll be late, I'll leave work late. Plan to set an alarm or timer, or make sure that I get my work done, work through lunch to make sure I leave on time, or leave with plenty of time to get there. So you've got to start to think of what you don't want to do is get to a point where you get to the point where you've sort of thought, right, oh no, I've got training or I've got to do my exercise. Oh, but there's something in the way and I don't know how to overcome it. That's what you don't want to happen. You want to be in a place where you've already forethought the most occurring problem and worked a way around it. Now, if you succeed at that, you put a tick in the box. Everyone loves ticking. It gives us a sense of satisfaction and achievement. So you put a little tick in the box to say, yeah, I did that, it worked. Same could be said for sleep cycles and controlled recovery periods. Hopefully by now you'll have read or listened to my sleep movie or film. Now you want to write down when do you intend to go to bed, knowing that you'll have to wake up at the same time. How much sleep are you going to get? What do you need to do each day to make sure as a week you're going to get enough sleep in the week? So this is where you can kind of think about what's going to stop you from going to bed. You can't just say, right, I'm going to go to bed 9 p.m. on Saturday, knowing full well you've got a dinner party to go to. That would be stupid. So knowing you've got a dinner party to go to, maybe you set your go to bed time at say 1:30. Therefore, you probably need to catch up on it or build up a little bit of sleep in the bank beforehand. So maybe say Friday, I'm going to go to bed and make sure these things happen. What's the problem? Well, I might forget. What's the plan? Well, I'm going to set myself an alarm. So sleeping and making sure you get to bed on a decent time at when you intended to make sure you get the right amount of sleep cycles in your week is quite important. So also, if you achieve that plan for that outcome for each day, put a tick in the box. And when it comes to meditation, so how long and when do you intend to meditate? For instance, you could put meditate, I will meditate after I get, first thing I do when I get up, I'll go in the lounge and meditate. What's the problem? Find the problem. What's the problem? Perhaps you need to set your alarm, for example. Okay. So, or you will meditate at lunch break. What's the problem? Make sure you get into the car or find a quiet space to meditate. And then if you did succeed at that plan as well, put a little tick in the box. Cool. So that's your weekly battle plan. Every week you're going to be doing one of these, and over time you'll start to realize, okay, you'll start to find patterns. Right, when I did it this way, it worked. When I did it this way, it didn't work. I couldn't overcome that problem. Okay, so for the nutritional plan, same could be applied. So you're planning forwards. You're planning the week ahead. So you start by filling in Monday's breakfast, what you're going to eat for lunch, dinner, snacks, and water, bearing in mind where you're going to be. What have you got going on that day? Where can you eat? What can you do? What can you bring with you? So all these sort of things, you've got to incorporate your diary and your schedule, your weekly schedule into this kind of plan. And again, problems and planning. So what's going to prevent you? What's going to be the real obstacle that you're going to have to overcome? Or what could be the trip up? And how are you going to get around those things? What can you do to make sure that at the end of the day, you did eat what you said you would, and you put a tick in the box? Water, getting an amount of water. How are you going to, today I'm going to drink 2 litres. How are you going to do it? Right, I'm going to take a half a litre bottle in to work, and I'm going to drink it 4 times, and I'm going to set a reminder on my watch to do it. So fill that out for every day of the week through to Sunday. Cool. And then every day, every week, we've got a what, why, lesson, apply. So again, look at the training video on what, why, lesson, apply, and use this tool whereas and where you need to. This could be really useful if, say, for instance, you kept failing at your exercise, or what keeps happening, or you're not succeeding at what you're planning for dinner, for example. So what happened, and why is this? What can you take away that's positive from this situation? What lesson can you extract, and how will you apply this going forwards? And then any notes. Okay, so one of those each week. Use them as a tool. Pick the thing that's been most bugging you, or something from your weekly battle plan and nutrition plan. So this can be done anytime during the week. And then you have a training program. So if you need my help formulating training programs outside of our time together in the gym, I can make a list of exercises, sets and reps, and you can start to record the weight in there and a date. So you can put the date in the top bits there, and then start to put what resistance you use. So you've got one of those each week too, so you can keep a log, track, and record of what you're doing in the gym in terms of your training. Cool. Okay, so I hope that makes complete sense for your battle plan, and you should have a good idea now how to fill out your weekly battle plan going forwards from 1 week to week 12. Cheers. Bye.